number 10, Courtney Love. Courtney Love has admitted to having 3 major procedures to change herself over the years, but unfortunately she hasn't been happy with them. The first procedure was liposuction on her butt, but she said that it ended up ruining her figure, and she discouraged anyone from getting it done. She also had a mouth enhancement, not really sure what that means, but she wasn't happy with it either. She said after that procedure, quote, "I just want the mouth God gave me back. It was perfectly cute and I had nice big lips." The last procedure she's admitted to was a nose job, although after the original procedure, she ended up getting it corrected because she did not like it, even calling it a quote, "little beak" at one point. All this aside, I think Courtney looks really beautiful now, although it's clear she looks vastly different than her natural self. And at number 9, Kylie Jenner. Everybody knows that Kylie Jenner looks like a completely different person after all of her plastic surgery, and she's owned up to a very little bit of what she's had done. The one procedure that she speaks often about is her lip fillers. She says that growing up her small lips were a big insecurity of hers, and she got lip fillers as a teenager when a boy told her that her lips were not kissable. This whole lip craze spawned her now billion-dollar business, as she was constantly looking for lip liner to overline her lips with. Along with the lip fillers, it's speculated that Kylie got a Brazilian butt lift, cheek fillers, chin implant, and an eyebrow raise. And even though she looks like a whole other person compared to her teenage self, she denies any other procedures. But it seems that Kylie slightly regrets the lip filler, and she admitted that they were way too big at one point. And at number 8, Denise Richards. Fans have been questioning for years if Denise Richards has had any facial modifications, but she's consistently denied changing her face with any procedures, including Botox or fillers. However, she's open about her breast implants and the long and horrible process to get them where they are now. She first got implants at 19 and had to get it fixed twice before they were what she wanted. Apparently, the first 2 surgeons made her breasts larger than she wanted, and she didn't have the time or energy to fix it when it happened. Denise also revealed that she had the second procedure before filming Wild Things and didn't want to get in a lawsuit with a plastic surgeon before filming that. She now calls the decision a large investment, but she's happy with how they look now. And at number 7, Bella Hadid. Bella Hadid was recently voted the most beautiful person in the world, but her beauty is not au naturel. Bella never talks about the work that she's had done, but from before and after pictures, it's clear that she had a lot of enhancements. During a 2018 interview, she responded to comments about her plastic surgery, saying, quote, "People think I got all this surgery or did this or that, and you know what? We can do a scan of my face, darling. I'm scared of putting fillers into my lips. I wouldn't want to mess up my face." And with the before and afters that we have now, it's hard to claim that it's all puberty. The most common surgeries that have been rumored are a nose job, cat eye eyebrow lift, and either fillers or surgery to sharpen her face. And at number 6, Tori Spelling. Tori Spelling grew up in the limelight, and because of this, it's assumed that she got extensive plastic surgery. It doesn't help that her face has changed considerably over the years. However, she denies having anything but minor modifications made. In the past, Spelling has admitted to having her nose and breasts done, but that's it. When talking about the rumors that she's had more work done, she said, quote, "People have been talking about me having plastic surgery since I was 17. It's the one thing that stayed with me my entire career." Even though she doesn't admit to any major changes, she did reveal that her kids don't recognize her in her reruns of 90210. So there's that. 1993, when Donatella was 37, is when she was first introduced to the fashion world as Gianni's sister. She had naturally smooth skin, full lips, and there were some faint wrinkles around her eyes and lips, as to be expected. Then a few years later, in 1997, when she was 42, she stepped out again, this time looking even younger than she did in 1993, with some of her wrinkles being smoothed, we can assume from Botox. But she still looked like herself then, no drastic changes. But it looks like she started really changing her looks with fillers or other procedures in around 2002, with one doctor commenting that it looked like she was getting filler regularly at that point, with her lips looking noticeably bigger, as well as her wearing heavier makeup more regularly. And it seems that from about 2002, the procedures just got more frequent as her face started to change fast. Then in 2005, she stepped out looking slightly different again. The most notable difference was her tanned skin. Around this time is when she also revealed that she had been struggling with an addiction to for the last 18 years. Because of this, Versace checked into rehab in 2005. Post-rehab, her tan got a lot darker, and she sported drastically different lips compared to her naturally full ones. The new look would go down in pop culture infamy as the quote, "trout pout." And I don't know much about how drug use affects the face, but I can assume after 18 years it would make your face look quite a bit different. Then in about 2011 to 2014, Donatella took a turn for the worse and started to become unrecognizable. Doctors were not sure of what caused all the changes, but closer to 2011, her face seemed rough, kind of paper-like, but then in 2014, her forehead was glassy, a sign of too much Botox. And she actually admitted in 2013 that she does use Botox, adding that she, quote, doesn't believe in an all-natural look for women. Also around 2011, one doctor noted that her lower face started to look strange, with her lips still getting bigger. The doctor said she might have had a lower face or even neck lift too. Then in 2014, her eyebrows started to droop, another sign that she might be having too much Botox in the forehead, and her forehead muscles were not working as they should. Also, her lips and mouth in general seemed to just get larger, and at this point she was unrecognizable from the Donatella we knew from 1993. Also around this time, Donatella admitted that she stopped working out with a trainer because they, quote, wouldn't let her smoke. So clearly not taking her long-term health into consideration. And a long-term effect of smoking is sagging of the skin, especially around the mouth, so that could be why that happened to her. And these days, Donatella's waxy skin, smoky eyes, trout pouch, sculpted body, and platinum hair have become her most recognizable features. As well, many doctors think that the lasering of the skin could also be the cause of her waxy and shiny looking skin. Now to weigh in on what exactly doctors said about her botched transformation. HollywoodLife.com asked plastic surgeons what they think Donatella's had done to her face. Plastic surgeon Dr. Steve Fell said, quote, she's pretty much had it all. Botox, fillers, lasers for the skin, minimal recovery time for those, though there can be some redness of the skin for a few weeks with laser therapy, adding that she also might have had a brow or facelift. Dr. Bruce Katz, based in NYC, had this to say, quote, she has had her cheeks augmented probably with filler and certainly her lips have been filled. Her eyelids are a little droopy. I think she's had some bad Botox because they look like they are drooping. Maybe a little too much Botox in the forehead. She certainly can use some filler in her earlobes, they are very stretched. Then Dr. David Rappaport agreed with his colleagues, saying, quote, from 2002 on, her face seems to have more artificially defined fullness, where now her lips seem to be overinflated. Most recently, it seems very clear that she's had a facelift scar that I can see in front of her temple area. You can see a fine linear scar. Her face looks more taut and tight. She's clearly undergone facelift surgery, perhaps overinflated cheeks and lips. He also added that it doesn't look like her nose has ever been done, but that there's a potential that she's had more than one facelift because of how unnatural it looks. Donatella is currently 65 years old, but because of her cosmetic changes, many people think that she looks much older. Also, because some say she was addicted to tanning for years, this has also caused tons of irreversible skin damage that has also deteriorated her skin and made her prematurely age. But there's one thing for sure we can know about her looks, and that is Donatella's signature platinum blonde hair is not going anywhere.
Priscilla Caputo was an aspiring model from California looking to make it big in the industry. As many people in the industry do, she got plastic surgery to enhance her appearance. I'm sure we're all aware that the modeling industry is very picky when it comes to the models that they promote, so there is unfortunately a lot of pressure on people to look perfect, even though realistically there is no perfect person. Anyway, Priscilla was a little self-conscious about her looks, and she told sources, quote, I'd look in the mirror and see somebody who needed a little more help, end quote. Priscilla started getting fillers primarily in her lips to enhance their size and shape, but unfortunately she didn't know at what point she should stop. Priscilla told sources that she didn't realize the monster that she had created until it was too late. Her boyfriend at the time was a plastic surgeon who performed the procedures on her, but he never advised her to stop getting fillers. Priscilla said that he never said to stop, so she just kept going. It wasn't until she posted a selfie on Facebook that showed off her drastically changed looks that she realized what she had done. Soon she was going viral for her altered appearance, and she became an internet laughingstock. Gone were her chances of becoming a model because she had pushed the limits of cosmetic alteration too far, and her appearance, both physically and socially, were changed forever. Priscilla ended up in therapy because her tarnished appearance took a severe toll on her mental health. She revealed how her looks caused her to become deeply depressed and wanted to end her own life, saying, quote, my life turned into a nightmare. Priscilla is now using her experience as a warning for others, saying that those who are looking to alter their appearances should rethink their decisions, saying, quote, you'll be much happier if you stay with what nature gave you, end quote. Her plastic surgery not only took away her happiness, but also her prospects of becoming a model, as she had once aspired to be. Her opinion on plastic surgery has definitely changed from when she first started, and has said, quote, I can't look at these pictures of myself without crying, but I'm willing for people to see them if it helps just one girl avoid the path that I took. It's so sad to see the toll that these cosmetic alterations have taken on this woman, but luckily she's in a better place mentally than she was before. Her lips have returned to a normal size after stopping her collagen treatments and other plastic surgeries.
Halfway number 5, Latoya Jackson. Latoya Jackson has had major plastic surgery over the years, and it's to to a point that her past self is completely unrecognizable. The most noticeable procedure Latoya has had is a nose job. It was reported in 2017 that she was allegedly one nose job away from completely losing her nose. Plastic surgeons that were asked to comment on her nose said that the outer flare of her nostrils had been overly narrowed to a point of near disappearance. One doctor said that each surgery on the face carries the risk of more collapsing and said it could be almost impossible for her to breathe through it if she continues to get work done. It's also rumored that her and her late brother Michael Jackson went to the same plastic surgeon as their noses were almost identical. And at number 4, Khloe Kardashian. After Kylie, Khloe is the Kardashian with the most recognizable plastic surgery. And even though she's had as much work done as her sister, Khloe seems to get the most hate for her ever-changing appearance. During the recent Keeping Up with the Kardashians reunion, she addressed the accusations and admitted to all the cosmetic procedures that she's had done. For the first time ever, she admitted to getting a nose job, Botox, and fillers. Although she did admit that she responded horribly to Botox, so she doesn't get it anymore. Although Khloe did not admit to getting any work done to her body, it's heavily speculated that she got a Brazilian butt lift, which is when fat is taken from the body and injected into the butt. And at number 3, Courtney Cox. Courtney Cox has had a dramatic change since Friends, and it's caused many to speculate that she went under the knife. She's admitted to getting some procedures to fight aging and says that she regrets getting a lot of them now. Most actresses in Hollywood struggle with that because there's less and less work for women as they get older, unfortunately. And unfortunately for Courtney, she's featured on so many of the, plastic surgery disasters lists. Courtney still looks very beautiful in my opinion, but it's clear that she's had too much Botox and a botched procedure somewhere around her mouth. And at number 2, Lil Kim. Lil Kim looks so different from her original self that she's basically unrecognizable now. Not only has she changed many aspects of her face over the years, but she's also heavily bleached her skin. Since her surgeries are constantly brought up by the media, Kim decided to address it in a 2005 interview. She claims that she used to be in a physically abusive relationship and she had to fix her injuries from that relationship using plastic surgery. She even remembers one point where she was released from the hospital from a broken nose for it to be broken by him yet again. And finally, number 1, Heidi Montag. Heidi Montag was once known as the plastic surgery queen because she got addicted to getting surgeries and even made the risky decision to once have 10 surgeries in one single day. Heidi went from the girl next door look to fake glam Barbie look. She's admitted to having numerous procedures in the past, including a brow lift, Botox in her face, a nose job, a chin reduction, fat injections in her cheeks, her ears pinned back, lip, neck, waist, hip, and thigh liposuction, breast implants to a size F, a butt augmentation, and her back curved. Not sure why anyone would want that. So clearly an insane amount of modifications. But of course, having all these surgeries come with a lot of risks. And she explained that she almost died because of a really risky surgery. Apparently she was on the table practically dead and the doctors did not know if she was going to make it. She now says that she regrets a lot of her past work.